You ready? Okay. The May 7th, 2025 meeting of the City Council is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded and can be viewed live on City of Las Vegas TV on Cox Cable Channel 2. You could also watch the meetings live online and access other city content by visiting lasvegasnevada.gov/connect. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on the City of Las Vegas TV the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m. and also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 5 p.m. This building is protected by a state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exits at the back of the chambers, out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double doors to the terrace, and down the back staircase. For anyone that has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance. Once outside, please assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First Street. Employees wearing safety vests or our city marshals will inform you when it is safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to the items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker's card which you can complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available in the clerk's office or in the rear of our chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizens participation, or specified public hearing times. If there is anyone present today that has a need for hearing impaired equipment, please see the city clerk staff. Please note, if you are parked in the parking garage across the street, a self-validation machine in the foyer between the council chambers and the security desk, you walk through to enter these chambers. You must have your ticket with you to use the machine. If you do not have your ticket, see security personnel when exiting for a validation coupon. Before we proceed with the agenda, would everyone please rise for the invocation given by Reverend Carol Simpson, Shekinah Glory Ministries, and remain standing as she leads us in the pledge.
Thank you, Mayor. Hello, everyone, and thank you, Mayor and City Council members, for this opportunity. Thank you. Please bow your head as I pray. Dear wise and loving Father, thank you on behalf of all who have gathered here today. Thank you for your many and abundant blessings. Thank you for life itself, health. Thank you for the ability to be involved in useful work and for the honor of bearing appropriate responsibilities. Thank you for the freedom to embrace you, and thank you for loving us. Father, bless, encourage, strengthen the mayor and city council members. Give them wisdom and grace them with your love and foresight to make decisions that will bring great success to the community as they serve. In the scripture, you have said that citizens ought to obey the governing authorities, since you have established those very authorities to promote peace, order, and justice. Therefore, I pray for our mayor, for the various levels of city officials, and in particular for this assembled council here today. I'm asking that you would graciously grant them wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests and issues of our times, a sense of the welfare and true needs of our people, a keen thirst for justice and rightness, confidence in what is good and fitting, the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement, personal peace in their lives, and joy in their task. I pray for the agenda set before them today. Give an assurance and direction of what would please you and what would benefit those who live and work in and around our beloved city of Las Vegas. In our most blessed name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. And Reverend, will you lead us in the pledge?
Yes, I sure will. I pledge of allegiance.
To the flag Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to see everybody here today. We will first recognize our Citizen of the Month. This is the ceremonial portion of our council agenda, and for our first item, Mayor Pro Tem Brian Knutson will recognize our Citizen of the Month. Councilman?
Thank you very much, Mayor, and thank you all for being here today. So I get the opportunity to recognize a family, so I'm going to invite the family to come on up. This is the family of Tyler, and while they're making their way up, there you go. I told them to sit in the first row. They sat in the third. Could have been faster. So here's why I'm recognizing them today is I've talked about my family quite a bit in my run for office, and so I've been thinking a lot about how to talk about my kid. So my kid was hospitalized, and it was an experience that I wouldn't share with anybody else. I wouldn't want anyone else to go through it, and it gave me an energy that I didn't know how to do anything with it. And so every day I have to wake up and decide what to do with that energy because it hasn't gone away. When my kid didn't get the right kind of treatment, that energy just would not go away. And 2 years ago, I was able to meet Eric. We talked on the patio of the UNLV School of Medicine, and we talked about that energy that I know he has as well. And it was something terrible that happened in their family, and that energy and what do you do with it. And you can choose to do something very positive, or you can choose to do something very negative. The energy that he's put into the world has changed Nevada forever. That came from his son Tyler, that came from his family, his daughters. They were able to change Nevada forever. There's a lot more work to do, but it was the effort of one man, one family, and one son, one brother, who will forever change how Nevada treats children. And so I'm going to read a proclamation, then I'm going to turn it over to Eric to talk about why we're celebrating Tyler today. This is on behalf of the Las Vegas City Council. Whereas Tyler is recognized for the extraordinary courage, strength, and unwavering determination in the face of stage 4 cancer diagnosis. Despite undergoing multiple surgeries, immunotherapy, and 30 sessions of radiation, Tyler continued to pursue his passions, competing on both his football and basketball teams with resilience and joy, scoring touchdowns and making baskets with a smile, even as he battled a disease no child should ever endure. And whereas Tyler was a true pioneer in pediatric oncology, becoming the first patient at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital to receive LAG-3 immunotherapy, he went on to make medical history as the youngest person in the world to receive tumor-infiltrating lymphocyte treatment prior to FDA approval, and later as the first and youngest pediatric patient ever to receive the bispecific T-cell engager, I can't say that word, and whereas Tyler was cherished by a wide circle of friends and surrounded by a loving family, including his devoted parents, grandparents, and 2 younger sisters, all of whose lives were changed for the better because of the time they shared with him, even if that was far too short. And whereas Tyler will be remembered not only as a dedicated student, gifted athlete, and a loving big brother and friend, but as a young man whose strength and legacy will continue to inspire. His impact will be felt through his advocacy for better access to and improvements in pediatric healthcare across the state of Nevada. And now, therefore, we, the mayor and members of the Las Vegas City Council, do hereby take great pride in proclaiming May 7th, 2025 as Tyler Day. So this is the Tyler Day. Hey, you're gonna hold this. You just have to stand there. There you go. Okay. So this is how we change Nevada.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for this opportunity to talk about Tyler. Any chance I get any opportunity where I get a chance to talk about my son, I'll always take it. So thank you so much. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for, I know you care about this topic. I know it's not just something that you're a part-time interested in. Like, this is your passion. And so thank you. Mayor Berkeley, I know when you were in Congress, you brought the VA hospital here to Las Vegas, and I know you were the right person to bring the first comprehensive children's hospital to Las Vegas, so thank you for your leadership. Leadership Las Vegas, White Tigers, thank you so much for being here. Last year was so impactful to me, and I was struggling, you know, and the love and compassion that you guys, you know, being here today is just so, means so much to me, so thank you. My Jameson Fellowship class, like, you guys are true compassionate leaders. Thank you also for being here. I love you guys. Act for Kids. This is an incredible group that I got to, I'm lucky to be part of. It's just compassionate parents that like want to make a difference in our state, in our community, and thank you for being here. Tyler's grandparents, Ann, David, Tom, and Rose, you were so much help watching the girls as Renee and I we're traveling back and forth out of state getting Tyler world-class treatment. Thank you so much. We love you guys. And I know how much this has impacted you. So thank you. All of Tyler's family, friends, doctors, nurses, and anyone that cares about pediatric health, thank you for being here. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to kind of talk about Tyler. So I wanted to just quickly kind of run through, because Tyler was so much more than his cancer diagnosis. He didn't want people, he didn't want his friends knowing that he had cancer. He just wanted to get the treatment done, get it over with, and get right back to school where he was thriving. And so it actually came as a surprise to a lot of people when we announced that we had lost him. So Tyler was so much more than his cancer diagnosis. So I'm going to step slightly out just so I can quickly look at pictures and just kind of talk about Tyler's life, because we miss him so much. First picture on the top is actually the day he was born, and we were so proud, so excited to have kids, to have our son born. And what I was super impressed with was the first day he was born. He was so strong. He was able to hold his own head up. I had always, I'm a new dad. I'm there trying to support his head, and he was the first couple hours after he was born, he was just looking around the room and like moving his own head and holding it up. And he always was just an incredibly strong kid. The next picture up there is his first birthday party. And so this is actually on his birthday, and he's got a smash cake, and he's sharing the cake with me, because that's the young man that he was. If he was having cake, he wanted to share cake. And so talking about cake, we still have cake. So after this, please stop by the cafe and grab some more cake to remember Tyler. And if you smash it in someone's face, he'd be okay with that. Next picture is just when he was a little guy, he always would smile so huge. Anytime someone would look at him, he was the adorable baby that just would give them the biggest grin, had no teeth yet. And so that picture just reminds me of the joy that he had, that he was just born with. Like, he was just always a happy kid. Big fan of Elmo, and driving around with his Power Wheel, so he'd bring Elmo along. He made sure Elmo was buckled in, safety first. And the next two pictures are him cuddling up with his sister Ashley, and then who turns 14 on Friday. And then the next picture is him giving a concert to his little sister, who actually, Natalie, is 10 today. So today's her birthday. So. Tyler was a great athlete, loved playing sports, soccer, flag football, lacrosse. You can see down on the second row, he's got his karate board break. So that's his first ever wooden board that he broke. He also wrestled with his cousins. He didn't love that sport quite as much. That was my sport, so I was so passionate, so excited for him. And he was like, "Dad, I want to go play basketball." Like, okay, broke my heart, but I loved it. I loved just watching him out there because he had so much joy. Jumping back, when he graduated from kindergarten, he was just, he was in the GATE program and just did really well in school. He was super easy. I'm gonna say that Mom and Dad were amazing, but honestly, it was him that he'd take care of his schoolwork and always did well. The next picture is his mom and him when he won his team won the first grade championship in flag football. So he was super excited to get that trophy. And then next picture is him after a lacrosse game with 3 out of 4 of his grandparents there. And I know they are his biggest supporters and loved watching him also play sports. Next picture is his Baloo cousins. And he was the oldest cousin on both sides of the family, the oldest grandchild, and so got a lot of attention. He was the leader of the group, and his cousins just really looked up to him. We are a Disney family, and when they were little, they would dress up in family costumes. Now, not so much. Like they won't put up with that anymore. But you know, that's around Halloween time when we're at Disney, and then the best vacation, his favorite vacation we ever went on was a Disney cruise, and so that was super fun, and we swam with dolphins during that cruise. Big Golden Knights fan. That picture is from the Game 5, the Stanley Cup Finals. Unfortunately, that's when the Capitals won the Stanley Cup that year. That was the first year. But one of the players skated over and tossed a puck over the glass to him. And so he walked away like just super excited. Even in a loss, like we were heartbroken, but seeing the team and getting a puck was just amazing, and we appreciate that. Going to sporting events. So I went to the Air Force Academy. My wife went to the University of Colorado. The first time they played in my lifetime, we flew back to Colorado with his cousins, and it was just a super fun game. He got gloves from the players. It ended up going into like triple overtime. When Air Force won, the players jumped in the stands and just started handing out footballs and gloves, and so an awesome game. The next picture is he and I, we flew back to DC for the World Series, and he actually was in a Bud Light commercial, which is interesting for an 8-year-old to be in a Bud Light commercial, but Bud Light did a commercial. We're not really the main subjects of this commercial, but we're in it. We're in it, so a really fun game. COVID, don't need another pandemic at all, but it was amazing watching when the casinos did shut down and the little kids got their bikes out. It just took over Las Vegas Boulevard. And so that is a family picture of where we were riding up and down with hundreds of other little kids, local kids, just getting out of the house and having an opportunity to do something that we'll never have an opportunity to do again. Celebrating birthday parties, then Tyler's friends, his own birthday party. So his favorite restaurant was Maggiano's. We probably celebrated on his birthday. We always let him choose where he was going to go out, for dinner, and he always chose Maggiano's. So we have like 7 or 8 photos of throughout him growing up. Maggiano's was his spot. So bottom left picture is actually 5th grade. So he had just finished up 5th grade and had surgery a week later. And at the time, we didn't realize he had cancer. So had surgery. We thought it was a Spitz nevus, and our whole world changes a week after that photo's taken. We had world-class doctors out at St. Jude in Memphis, and then later at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles. But it wasn't home. It was not the easiest thing. He was out in Memphis for 4.5, 5 months, getting radiation, getting surgery, doing an immunotherapy, and we did have to travel out of state just because. And this is not to bash the medical providers that are here in Las Vegas. I love what you're doing. We just need more of you guys. Like, we need to be supporting you guys and bringing in more capabilities to our community. But that is actually at Ronald McDonald House with the bike, and that was on spring break. And the highlight of that trip was a naked guy came walking down the street just outside of Ronald McDonald House, and the kids still talk about it. Like, the police came, took the naked guy away, but that was actually a highlight of their spring break was seeing the naked guy just outside the gate of. So while we were in Memphis, because Tyler was such a passionate athlete, we signed him up for flag football. And so I didn't realize when I was signing up that it was a at-risk youth football program run by the Memphis Police Department. And so the coaches were police officers. And anyways, Tyler just loved playing with those kids, getting an opportunity. He missed his friends back home for sure, but just getting an opportunity to meet new kids and play football out in Memphis was awesome. We tried to get away on the weekends, so we went to Mardi Gras, got a bunch of beads. The next picture, the Memphis Pyramid, we got a photo. We traveled up to the top, and just this last fall, we went back for the first time after losing Tyler to St. Jude's Weekend of Remembrance. And my wife had read somewhere that ladybugs are kind of reminders of people that you have lost. And while the family was getting a photo in this exact same spot that we were on up on the pyramid, a ladybug landed on my shirt. And I started crying. And that was just an incredible reminder of our son. The next picture is back at Disney with his friends, great trip. And then I've got that picture in there where teaching Tyler how to shave. Love that. I miss just going out and throwing the football with him so much. And I was thinking when I was putting this together, his friends are now 15 and getting their learner's permits, and we see on social media, like the excitement that they've got, and that while I'm excited for them, it reminds me of the things that he and I will not do, and so those moments of just going for walks with him, throwing the lacrosse ball around, throwing the football around, teaching him how to shave, I treasure those moments forever, and so yeah, we miss him. Just thank you. Really quick, so that's who Tyler is, because he's so much more than his cancer diagnosis. But what I wanted to quickly talk about is what I'd like Tyler's legacy to be. Now that we've lost him, Tyler had world-class doctors at St. Jude and then at Cedars-Sinai, but it wasn't home. It was not the easiest thing. We leaned a lot on grandparents in the community because Renee and I were switching time every 7 to 10 days. Tyler was never alone, but one of us would be back in Las Vegas watching the girls, and the other one would be out in Memphis with Tyler. And so not everyone has that. Not everyone has grandparents that will drop everything and just show up, to watch the granddaughters. So thank you guys for that. I also had job flexibility. My company would let me fly, load up my flying schedule for when I was home. And again, not everyone has that here in Southern Nevada. Not everyone has grandparents or has to watch the kids or has a job that will just say, yeah, Eric, you need to go be where you need to be. And so we know that we were lucky to have those opportunities. And again, not everyone has that. We lost Tyler on the way to treatment in LA. So we were going for the fourth dose of flip dose Ipi-Nivo. Had to call an ambulance just outside of Baker. We would have never gotten in the car and started driving to LA if we would have known that that's what was going to happen. He actually rode an exercise bike a couple hours before we got in the car. Actually, a couple minutes before he got in the car. We are losing Nevada children on the interstate because we don't currently have enough specialty care here in Las Vegas. And so, we wouldn't have been in Baker. And I don't know that the results would have been different, but we definitely wouldn't have been on I-15. The high desert just outside of Baker is pretty rural. They would have life flighted, sent a helicopter out, but the cloud level was too low. And so we ended up waiting 40 minutes for the ambulance to arrive. And I know it's 40 minutes because when I was talking to the dispatcher, they stayed on the line and I had my phone out there. And so after the next day, after we lost him, I looked at how long the call was, and it was 40 minutes. So again, we were losing Nevada children on the interstate. So we want Tyler's story to help the next Tyler here in Las Vegas by increasing access to comprehensive health care. I think that's the way we can best honor him, best remember him, is the next Tyler is able to do radiation in the morning and be home in the afternoon to pick on his little sisters. That's my hope. And I just feel like Nevada has a responsibility to take care of Nevada kids, rather than, we are a frontier state, but a world-class city. The time is now, and it's the leaders in this room that'll make it happen. So I very much appreciate you guys being here. I love you guys. Thank you for being here and giving me an opportunity to talk about Tyler. Thank you.
So Tyler is the Citizen of the Month. In the front of City Hall, there'll be a picture of him remembering his legacy through Nevada, remembering your legacy in Nevada, because we deserve a little bit better here in Nevada, and this is how you make it happen, by telling stories. So thank you for sharing your story with us. I'm going to give you can hold this. And it's your birthday, so can we sing you happy birthday?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And we have another birthday on Friday as well, right? Okay, you ready? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natalie and Ashley on Friday. Happy birthday to you.
And would you mind if we have a picture? Yeah. Would you like to invite the grandparents up? Okay. Will the grandparents please join us?
Nice shot.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with all of us. For our final ceremonial item today, Councilwoman Sandra Summers Armstrong is going to recognize an incredible community partner. Councilwoman?
Thank you, Mayor Berkeley. Today I have the privilege of introducing a remarkable local organization that has made a significant impact on the Las Vegas community. Through their active and dedicated involvement, they help transform neighborhoods into thriving, connected communities. The Obodo Collective leads this transformation by offering creative solutions to community challenges, providing funding opportunities for grassroots leaders and service providers, and revitalizing neighborhoods that have often been overlooked and marginalized. It is my pleasure to welcome Tamika Henry and Cheyenne Kyle from the Obodo Collective. Would you please join us at the podium? Tamika Henry serves as the executive director of the Obodo Collective, while Cheyenne Kyle is the food programs coordinator. Together, they form an extraordinary team dedicated to the transformative work of creating vibrant, healthy, and supportive neighborhoods that will thrive for generations. The Obodo Collective's mission is to provide lasting solutions and support to break the cycle of multi-generational poverty in our communities. Their impactful work includes connecting families with essential resources such as free childcare and mutual aid, and addressing food insecurity. A shining example of their efforts is Obodo Urban Farms, located at 1300 C Street in the historic West Side. This innovative project not only increases access to locally grown, high-quality produce, but also offers gardening classes and chef demonstrations, fostering community growth and resilience. Please join me in celebrating the outstanding contributions of the Obodo Collective and their dedicated team. It is my privilege to present a proclamation in gratitude for their remarkable efforts. This proclamation is issued by the Mayor and City Council, officially declares May 7th the Obodo Collective Day. And I'd like to say before I give you the mic, I've lived in near historic West Las Vegas this is my 26th year. And we have always struggled, since I've lived here, this community has struggled with disinvestment. So gardens are super important because they provide a place for people to gather, which is super important when people are struggling. A safe place to eat, to learn how to grow food. I've spoken many times to Ms. Tamika about gardens and what they mean to me. I'm sorry. Now we're all going to do it. I'm sorry. Because I have a grandmother who came to California in 1939 with 4 boys. They left everything in Arkansas. And the thing that she gave me was the garden. It was our special place. And every time I go to Obodo, I feel like my grandmother is with me. And so I just hope that you all will join us in celebrating this work, because it's not just a garden. It's community, it's love, it's family, it's growth. It is striving to bring something wholesome and wonderful to a community that has struggled and needs all of that. So Tamika, I love you and I'm so proud of you. So you can cry in the mic.
Thank you all so much. Thank you so much, Councilwoman, members of the City Council, members of the City Council, also Mayor Berkeley. Thank you so much. I can remember like one of my first times coming into this room on behalf of the Obodo Collective, and we were, really fighting for our land use, advocating for our land use so we could start the garden, and we did it. Cheyenne was very poised, had a presentation. We were successful in making sure that a community that deserves to be loved on, we were doing our part. So, and as we embark upon 5 years of doing this work, I'm incredibly thankful for the support that we've been able to garner throughout the years, the lives that we've been able to impact, the individuals who were unhoused, who are now in stable living situations, those who were struggling with food insecurity, are now food secure with their families, and just being able to provide those gardening classes, because it's important not to do things for people, but with them. It's such a beautiful space. If you haven't had the chance to visit us at 1300 C Street, it's a healing space. It's extremely transformative, and I even met Tyler in that space. And I'm just like, Vegas is so big but so small. I remember meeting you, Mr. Bellew, there in that space. And it's a space where people bond, I lost my first son to SIDS. We had a conversation there for hours that evening. And it was beautiful. It was a moment to just sit in reflection, but also heal. So it's very, to be honored on this day, at the same time that your son is being honored, it's almost like Bodo, Tamika, and Cheyenne. We must continue to fight for our communities. We must continue to fight for small nonprofits who are struggling right now during this time. You know, even standing here, and I'm so thankful that we're being honored, because we have put in a lot of work, a lot of sweat, tears, heart, and the true reality is we're 2 months away from closing our doors because we just have not been able to garner the support that we need to stay sustainable. And so we will continue to fight. We encourage you to come and visit Abodo, volunteer with us, donate to us, shop our green grocer. Every dollar supports and fuels the mission. And did you want to say something? Yeah, but I thank you all, seriously. And we will continue this work. But Abodo literally means community. And we can't do this work without you, each and every one of you. So thank you.
I just want to start off by saying thank you. I'm very grateful for our support in the room, for all the vulnerability that we are experiencing and sharing here today. Being able to do this has changed my life. It has made me a different person. Prior to me being a farmer, which I love telling people I'm a farmer in Las Vegas. So I'm better than any other farmer ever. We have over 300 growing days on average, by the way, so us building a localized, resilient food system is absolutely imperative. But prior to me doing that, I worked professionally as a chef in many restaurants in the city, on the strip, all over. And I was on the strip the day the pandemic hit. And I saw how it changed our city. And I had already started to cultivate at home in containers and whatever else I could find. I had continued to grow throughout the pandemic, literally grow, even through homelessness that I experienced through the pandemic. It was a way that I found my way back. Not only to, if I'm being honest, to a level of humanity that allows you to want to love very freely. I've learned that my job consists of cultivating abundance, cultivating that love, and you feel that when you go there. If you've never been, please come, please join us. This work has meant so much to me, to just be able to educate, to teach people, to encourage people. The farm itself has been very symbolic for my own growth, my own personal transformation, the rejection of my own internal prejudice, my own internal grief and suffering, the acknowledgement or the illusion of loss of power that we feel, especially now in this current day and time. There are people making decisions on your behalf that don't know you, that don't know your story, that could care less. We have never been those people. We have created programs because of what you've told us that you needed. We have created spaces for people to come together to share the things that have been most painful and most hurtful for them, in a space where that can be turned into something beautiful. And we're gonna just continue to do that. We're gonna continue to do that. I feel so honored to be here with you all, and I always say that if I'm gonna say anything in a room full of people, I better say something that matters, right? And we are on the precipice of real, dangerous, insidious behavior. It is not okay for us to look at each other in the face and not see humanity, to not see another person. People are capitalizing on that behavior. Our complacency breeds compliance, and we have to make a choice right now. We have to be willing to go forward right now. We have to be able to stand 10 toes right now for what it is that we want to see. And I believe in a beautiful, nutrient-rich, healthy, green Southern Nevada. We can do that. Our kids deserve to be healthy. The food that we eat currently today is akin to biological warfare. It doesn't need to be like that. In my first year of production by myself, I grew over 1,000 pounds of food, all organic, all local. I get tomatoes until December. I have watermelons until January. We can really do this, you guys. So if anything, I just want to leave you with a message of encouragement, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, will you join us?
Yes. Can I put my tissue somewhere?
That's a good, how about right here will be fine.
Thank you.
You have a team with you? Yes. Come on up, team. Come on, photo team.
Go to the middle.
Everybody come to the
We're gonna
middle.
slide you over to the middle here.
Oh, middle.
Keep going. You got a ways to go.
We got a ways. We're
No,
not in
that
the
way.
middle.
In the middle, in the middle, in the middle.
Oh, you gotta be in the middle. Queen, come on.
You want to hold your, you got to make it out front? Yeah. Okay. Those who could make it are here. Okay. I'm like shaking. Everybody look at the camera.
Thank you.
Nice job.
We will reconvene the city council meeting in 5 minutes. We will be reconvening in 1 minute. We will now reconvene the May 7th, 2025 City Council meeting. Agenda item number 7. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium, state your name for the record. This is your opportunity to address the council, but the council is not able to respond or engage in dialogue. We will set the time at 2 minutes. Does anybody wish to address any of the items on the agenda? Okay. Would you state your name for the record?
My name is Eric Christ Nimrod. You can find Nimrod in Genesis, the 10th chapter.
Would you please use the microphone?
Wow. Excuse me. Yes. My name is Eric Christ Nimrod. You can find Nimrod in Genesis, the 10th chapter, just after the 9th chapter of Genesis, where they say black people are cursed. But be it as it may, this is concerning agenda number 21. Oh, by the way, Happy Mother's Day to you mothers.
Thank you.
It's coming up.
Thank you.
You're fantastic mothers, I know. Mayor Shelley and the council. I'm in total agreement, Agenda 21, I am in total agreement of the $55,000 street improvement for the Bruce Street Bonanza Road to Owens Avenue project. My objection is concerning the training of the bus drivers that will be driving on that improvement. They pull off too fast, causing people to stumble, and some fall, and they stop too hard, making people stumble and fall. Many bus drivers do not give passengers adequate time to get to their seats, especially if they're handicapped on the buses with 2 coaches. You know, those long ones, you got to walk to your seat. They just take off. They need to train these bus drivers better because they're crazy. They drive too quick, they take off too quick, and they stop too short. The most danger to we the people of Las Vegas is inside a bus, not the people outside. There's poor training, physically and mentally. They got to understand they're serving the people, they're driving the people. Many people are invalids, many people have all kind of things on the bus. So that's all I got to say about that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening.
Is there anybody else that would like to address the council? Seeing no one, we will move on to item 8. And before we do that, I'd like to thank both our Mayor Pro Tem and Councilwoman Sandra for bringing both Tyler and Adobo to our attention. It was a very, very moving beginning to our meetings. Thank you. Agenda item number 8 for possible action. Any items from the 9:30 a.m. session that the council, staff, and/or applicant wish to be stricken, tabled, withdrawn, or held in abeyance to a future meeting may be brought forward and acted upon at this time. Mayor Pro Tem.
We don't have anything right now.
City Attorney, if we don't have anything, do we need a motion that we have nothing, or just move on?
Just move on, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. Agenda item number 9, for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the April 2nd, 2025 regular City Council meeting. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Move to approve.
Please vote.
Aye.
Thank you. Post? Motion passes. Items number 10 through 22 are on the consent agenda, are considered to be routine, are recommended for approval by the departments, and may be acted on in one motion. Are there any other items the council wishes to bring forward? In that case, Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion for the consent agenda for items 10 through 22?
Move to approve items 10 through 22.
Shall we vote?
Aye.
Please post. Motion carries. Agenda item number 23, boards and commissions. Discussion for possible action regarding the reappointment of Eric Price to the Audit Oversight Committee. Mr. Price was originally appointed as a community member in May of 2019. He is eligible and wishes to be reappointed. I move to approve the appointment. Shall we vote on the motion? Please
Aye.
vote. Thank you. Please post. Motion passes. Agenda item 24, recommending committee bills eligible for adoption at this meeting. Bill number 2025-5. Councilman Knutson, would you like to have the bill read?
Yes, Mayor.
Bill number 2025-5, an ordinance to amend LVMC Chapter 6.8 to make various changes regarding ambulance franchises, including provisions to update maximum service rates, change the method and calculation of annual increases in service rates and franchisee penalty items, update provisions regarding the revocation and adjustment of franchises for noncompliance, provide for the extension of ambulance vehicle service life under certain circumstances, and to provide for other related matters.
Move to approve.
Shall we vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Post. Motion passes. Agenda item 25, recommending committee bills eligible for adoption at a later meeting. Items number 25 and 26, bills number 2025-3 and 2025-4 will be heard at a later meeting. Agenda item number 27, new bills. Items 27 and 28, bills 2025-9 and 2025-10 will be heard at the recommending committee meeting on Monday, May 19th, 2025. City Attorney, will you read the new bills?
Yes, ma'am. Bill number 2025-9, an ordinance to amend the Town Center Development Standards Manual to provide that the use open-air vending transient sales lot is permitted in the suburban mixed-use land use district by means of a special use permit and provide for other related matters. Bill number 2025-10, an ordinance to amend LVMC Section 19.12.120 to adjust the standards for on-premise signs with off-premise messaging that may be approved in connection with convention facilities and to provide for other related matters.
New bills 2025-9 and 2025-10 are assigned to the May 19th, 2025 recommending committee members, Councilman Knutson and Councilwoman Seaman and Polensky. As Councilwoman Polensky is unable to attend the meeting, the clerk's office will coordinate finding a substitute as necessary at my direction.
Will do, thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item number 29. Item numbers 29A through 29D are on the consent agenda, are considered to be routine, and are recommended for approval by the Department of Community Development. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion to approve this consent agenda?
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
item 29, we want to make a small modification if we may.
Okay. You may proceed.
Thank you. We are in support of approval, but only for 1 year, if that is allowable for community development.
Okay, let me see.
Sorry, Peter.
No, thank you so much.
Not a problem. Good morning, Peter Lowenstein, Deputy Director, for the record. Through you, Madam Mayor, so we would amend the condition that currently reads for, this is item, which we're at,
29.
31? On item 31, to make the required review for 1 year versus the 3 years? Which one?
29, please.
29.
A through D.
Okay, so the condition would be revised then to reflect, instead of 2 years, 1 year on the required review.
Now, do we need to vote on that amendment?
As part of the motion, you would then include the amended condition. as part of
All right, in that case, Mayor Pro Tem, may we have a motion with the amendment?
So I will rescind my first motion, and then I'll make another motion to approve with this, with the amendment as iterated by Mr. Lowenstein.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there time for discussion? Can you explain why you have made that amendment?
Thank you, Mayor. This is the third extension of time request for this developer, and they are close. They're making some changes. We met yesterday, and they are in agreement. If you'd like to come up, sir, and he can speak to it, but we did meet and discuss this.
Okay, welcome.
In your 60s.
Tommy.
John Sullivan, 1930 West Flamingo Avenue as a developer. Councilwoman's correct. We met yesterday. We're in agreement with the change in condition, and she added some passionate thoughts to the program that I think that we'll be able to work through over that period of time. So it made a lot of sense.
I appreciate you letting us know. We have a motion on the table. Please vote on the motion.
Aye.
Thank you. Please post. Motion is carried.
Thank you.
Agenda items 30 through 32 may be considered in one motion, one vote, as they are routine items with no condition changes. Any person representing an application or a member of the public or member of the council not in agreement with the conditions and all standard conditions for the applications recommended by staff should request to have that item removed from this portion of the agenda. Item number 30, 25-0141-RQR1, applicant Outfront Media, owner WMC Pavilions SPE LLC, on a land use entitlement project request for a required review of an approved rezoning that allowed an existing 80-foot tall, 14-foot by 48-foot off-premise sign on property bounded by US 95, Interstate 15, and Grand Central Parkway. Plan Development Zone, Ward 5, Ms. Summers Armstrong. Item 31, 25-0145-RQR1, applicant Outfront Media, owner 300 Charleston Apartments, QOZB LLC, on a land use entitlement project request for required review of an approved special use permit for a 40-foot tall, 14-foot by 24-foot off-premise sign at 330 East Charleston Boulevard, C1 Limited Commercial Zone, Ward 3, Ms. Diaz. And item 32, 25-0147-RQR1, applicant Lamar Central Outdoor LLC, owner FCPT Restaurant Properties LLC, on a land use entitlement project request for a required review of an approved special use permit for a 40-foot tall, 14-foot by 48-foot off-premise sign at 1361 South Decatur Boulevard, C1 Limited Commercial Zone, Ward 1, Mr. Knutson. Staff recommends approval of these items. These are public hearings that I now declare open. Is there anyone wishing to be heard on items 30 through 32? Seeing no one, Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion?
Madam Mayor, move to approve items 30, 31, and 32.
All right, shall we vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Please post. Motion carries. Thank you so much. Agenda item 33, set date on any appeals filed or required public hearings. I would instruct the city clerk to set the public hearing dates and appeals from the City Planning Commission meetings and dangerous buildings or nuisance litter abatements.
Will do, thank you.
Thank you so much. Agenda item 34, citizens' participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council. No subject may be acted upon by the City Council unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. This is your opportunity to address the council, but the council is not able to respond or engage in dialogue. Are there any members of the public who wish to speak under this portion of the agenda? Welcome and thank you for your patience. Would you state your name for the record?
Yes, my name is Sudha Jagannathan. I'm a Las Vegas resident. I'm also a member of the small Hindu community here, and I want to speak about something that has deeply affected pretty much our community is reeling from shock of a horror incident that happened in Kashmir, India on the 22nd of April. I'm bringing it here because some of the victims are personally known to us. They were tourists in an area enjoying a beautiful day, and they were murdered just because they were of the wrong religion. So we wanted to bring this to the city's attention because violence such as this crosses borders, and we cannot stay silent. The perpetrators are identified as terrorists affiliated with Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba, who targeted the civilians based on their religious identity. The four terrorists, according to eyewitness accounts, the male victims were forced to unzip their pants to allow assailants to determine whether they were circumcised, a very crude and barbaric method of verifying religious affiliation. Victims were directly questioned about their faith, and those that identified particularly as Hindus and one Christian were summarily executed by shooting on their heads or their chest in front of their family members, with children as young as 3 years old. The community here is shocked at this unprovoked act of violence that has made orphans and widows, some of them newlyweds, 1 week married. So today I ask the City Council not only to condemn the April 22nd massacre, but to stand firmly in solidarity with the victims and with our worldwide community, all of us together, that we don't stay silent when things like this happen anywhere in the world. And increasingly, we are seeing that this happens a lot. And we just want to make sure we are heard. But I want to say our community has come together since April 22nd. Last week, we held a small peace rally in honor of those victims. And then we decided to take a positive action by continuing to hold an event that we had pre-planned. This was an event to honor the teachers in Las Vegas and Henderson. We did that on Saturday, May 5th, and I want to thank the City Council of Las Vegas for issuing a proclamation in honor of that event called Guru Vandana, or Teacher Appreciation. So I just wanted to be heard here today, and I feel good that the city stands with us as we stand with the rest of our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Would anybody else like to address the City Council?
Hello, Mayor.
Would you state your
Shelley.
name for the record, and you'll have 2 minutes to speak.
Hello, Mayor Shelley and the fine council. My name is Eric Melchizedek Christ Nimrod. You can find Nimrod in the 10th chapter of Genesis, which is a chapter after the 9th chapter of Genesis, where it's taught that all black people are cursed. Pleasant Mother's Day to all you mothers again. And Tyler's cake out there was fantastic. Lord, I gotta get some of that. Okay. As I said, Councilwoman Chandra Summers Armstrong, I never did get that. I called your office for that data, but I've not received anything back. I've not got a call back, okay? All right. As I said, people are safer on the bus, off the bus than on the bus. The bus drivers need to be trained better. They need to be more conscious that they're servants of the people. I don't know what type of time schedule they put on these drivers, but they, again, they pull off too fast and they stop too short. Now, I find that the majority of the offenders are actually black men and women. Isn't that interesting? I don't know, maybe they believe Genesis 9:25 about being cursed, or Genesis the 10th chapter, the 6th or the 10th verse about Nimrod being evil, but I don't know. They don't think that they're serving us, the people, in the manner in which they drive those buses. So those buses are very dangerous, very, very dangerous. And thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody else that wishes to address the City Council? If not, we will move on to Agenda Item 35. Council Emerging Issues. Discussion regarding potential items for future City Council agendas or wards. Any discussion must be limited to whether or not such proposed items shall be placed on a future agenda, and no discussion regarding the substance of any proposed topic shall occur. No action shall be taken. Do any members of the council have any topics they would like to bring forward under this item? Seeing none, I thank you. And we will now move on to Agenda Item 36, Council Members' Recognition. Comments made by individual City Council members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the City Council unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Why don't we start with Councilwoman Summers Armstrong.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We had a wonderful event on April 19th at the historic West Side Legacy Park at the inductee ceremony. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. The park came alive with the celebration and inspiration as community members gathered to honor the 2025 inductees. This special ceremony paid tribute to individuals whose contributions have profoundly impacted the history of historic West Side and beyond. I'm so grateful for everyone who came out and joined us in the celebration, and we are looking forward to another wonderful event next year. Also on April 19th, the Northwest Area Residents Association held their first ever Easter egg hunt at Patriot Park. Thank you to all the neighbors who brought their children out and grandchildren and neighbor children to enjoy the weather. It was beautiful. They had eggs and candy, and I'm sure that they will be doing this again next year, and we just encourage the community to participate in the activities that are planned in your nearby neighborhoods. We also had a wonderful Earth Day and Arbor Day event at Children's Memorial Park. We planted 13 beautiful trees that were supplied by the City of Las Vegas's forestry department. We had a lovely turnout. People just learned so much about planting trees, had a really good time, and when the trees were planted, we picked up trash in the neighborhood. And so we just want to thank Get Outdoors Nevada for partnering with us on this. We hope to have more events of this nature and encourage the community to know that we, working together, can make a difference in our community and impacting the heat island effect by getting together and planting trees. So what's happening next? Tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Floyd Lamb Park at Tule Springs is the Mother's Day Luncheon. This is a co-branded, collaborative event with my lovely colleague, Councilwoman Bruni, Commissioner William McCurdy II, and our Congressman Stephen Horsford. It's big hats, floral dresses, sneakers, and pearls. So for all of you who were able to get a ticket and are going to join us, please come and dress to impress. We're gonna have a lovely time. I've already tried to dig out my big hat so that we can be gorgeous in the sunshine and enjoy a beautiful spring day and celebrate the mothers in our community. El Dorado Day Parade is coming up on Saturday the 10th at 10 a.m. to noon on 4th Street in downtown Las Vegas. This is a historic event in downtown. It will come through Ward 5, so I hope to be there for a little while, but of course we have multiple events. But please be there. There's gonna be a lot of wonderful activities, and the parade should be a lot of fun. On a more serious note, I am strongly encouraging the residents of historic West Las Vegas and nearby in the southern part of Ward 5 to come out on Wednesday, May 14th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. There's going to be a discussion about Historic West Side Complete Streets Project neighborhood meeting. There's going to be some road work improvements are planned in the community, and they will affect this neighborhood, not just primarily in historic West Las Vegas, but from Rancho all the way to the east. So if you live in Ward 5, east of Rancho, this will directly affect you. We ask that you please come out, be engaged, so that you know what is planned. You can put your input in so that as the city is making this much needed improvement, we will have heard the voice of the community on how we can do this as best as possible. And finally, if you have questions, if you have concerns, just want to make a comment, reach out to us at 702-229-5443. My staff, Nora Lores, Julius Lightfoot, and Kelly Woods, we are here to serve our community and would love to hear from you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Polensky.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I'm going noteless, so please bear with me. It's been a productive 2 weeks in Ward 4. We've had multiple events, including, I'd like to take a moment to honor the passing of Daniel Braisted. For those who have been around for a while, Mr. Braisted was a common public commenter here in this chamber, a great advocate, a great voice for the public, and we lost him just about a month ago. Just wanted to acknowledge his loss and send our regrets to his family. I was able to participate with our very own Sally Dobler on Wednesday the 16th at a Mayor's Fund Executive Board meeting. It was great to talk about the priorities in Ward 4 and some of the projects that are coming down the pike. We had a Leavitt Middle School cleanup on Tuesday, April 22nd, where over 55 students joined us in cleaning up the campus. Love to be there facilitating the cleanups with the kids. They had a great time. It was hot and in the sun, and we look forward to doing it again in the fall. Next up. The farmers market that happened on Tuesday the 22nd with Ruth Deskin kids. It was a great time. We bought all sorts of baked goods and whatnot. The kids were awesome, and we look forward to continuing that effort in the future. Thursday, April 24th here at City Hall was Take Your Kids to Work Day, and I participated with my son. He went to Muni Court. He put on the robe, he pounded a gavel, he had handcuffs on him. It was a great experience. Thank you to all of City Hall and our event staff for making it probably the best turnout and best Take Your Kids to Work that we've had thus far. And lastly on this slide, April 25th, Mayor Goodman was awarded through the Collaboration Center, the Woman of Mayor Berkeley was awarded the Collaboration Center Woman of the Year for her advocacy in the autism world. And there we are pictured with Raiders owner Mark Davis, who was a guest of Mayor Berkeley. It was a wonderful evening. Her son Sam gave a remarkable speech on being a parent of an autistic child. It brought the house down, tears all around. Next slide. We had a great movie in the park with Christy Garnis and her team. We had Pets 2 and a great pets parade with over 150 Ward 4 residents. It was a great success. On Monday 28th, we honored fallen police officers in front of City Hall with a proclamation, the mayor and the representatives of the IPOF. It was a great morning. And lastly, wow, look at me, Fire Operations 101, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, and staff put together a great Fire Ops 101, the first time I participated in about 20 years. It was great to put on the turnout gear and go into a fictitious fire and extract people out of cars that were in an accident. It was a great experience for most of us here on the dais to understand what our fire staff goes through and the guys on the floor. So great learning experience. Hope to participate again next time. Next slide. The stage of the city. What a great inaugural address by Mayor Berkeley. We had orchestra. We had Clint Holmes. I'm ready to announce it the best state of the city in the state of Nevada. So, yay team. Next up. Coming up in events, the Law Enforcement Memorial Ceremony on Thursday the 22nd. Mayor Berkeley will be there. Sheriff McMahill and myself will honor all of our fallen officers here in Southern Nevada. We read their names. There is a 21-gun salute and a flyover in their honor. Please join us for that solemn event. And the next day, on Friday, May 23rd, Mayor Berkeley and I will be hosting a walk of honor amongst 6,000 American flags to honor those lost in military service. Memorial Day weekend. The flags will remain up at Police Memorial Park for the duration of the weekend. We will remove them on Monday evening at the end of the weekend. And next up, these are the missing children right now in Southern Nevada. Please, if you recognize any of these children, call the LV MPD Missing Person Detail at 702-828-3111. Please take a close look and let's reunite these children with their families. And lastly, please feel free to follow us on social media, sign up for our newsletter, or call us the old-fashioned way at 702-229-2524. We are always here to help any way we can. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Mayor Pro Tem Knudsen.
Thank you very much, Mayor, and I just want to say thanks to everyone for letting me go a little bit over time this morning on the ceremonial. It was a good lead-in for Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's important to pay attention to those around you because 1 in 5 adults experience a mental health condition each year. That's a whole lot of people, and the best way to work through some of those issues is to find someone to talk to. And Art in the Park is coming up this Saturday, May 10th at Rainbow Family Park from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's exciting, it's fun, there's artists, there's community people, and everyone is welcome to come on out and see the great community artists that we have in Las Vegas. That's all I got. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much. Councilwoman Seaman.
Thank you. So I was happy to speak and introduce my good friend Kimberly Miles at the Clark County Medical Society Alliance Fashion Show Luncheon to talk about the extraordinary work of Be a Shero. The foundation is the work that they're doing in our community. The issues resonate deeply with me, the fight against human trafficking. This organization plays a critical role in empowering young women and girls impacted by abuse, abandonment, and exploitation through programs, mentorship, education, and medical support. It was also an honor to present a proclamation from the City of Las Vegas to Hope for Prisoners' 15th anniversary, and in recognition of their unwavering commitment to empowering formerly incarcerated individuals on their journey of successful re-entry. Their work is a powerful reminder that redemption and second chances can transform lives and community. We also awarded certificates of recognition to the many graduates. I joined Dr. Susan Fennick and the Juvenile Justice Impact Team for a grand Easter Day celebration at Bruce Trent Park in Ward 2. The event was a beautiful reminder of how powerful community involvement can be in creating a positive, supportive space for our youth to thrive. There was no place I would have rather been than the Nevada SPCA 4th Annual Brunch Bash Yap Rock with my good friends and so many animal lovers. I was also honored to attend the Hope for Prisoners 15th anniversary at their A Night of Hope Gala. It was an inspiring evening highlighting this organization's incredible impact. The Hope for Prisoners, as we know, continues to transform lives, strengthen families, and build a better community. The National Day of Prayer is always a special occasion when faith leaders from across the valley gather to unify the community in prayer. Summerlin Area Command is always fun to join, especially when they do these great events like their Greek Fest. I attended the Summerlin Area Command Greek Fest, a fantastic police community event. I love our Summerlin Area Command family. They are out in the community and committed to making relationships in the community. Our upcoming events, we're inviting you to join us for our monthly Ward 2 Breakfast Buzz. It provides a chance for residents to discuss community matters and hear about the latest updates in the area. And then I want to remind everyone that we have our annual Memorial Day ceremony at the lakes, a heartfelt tribute to honor those who have served, and we hope you can join us there. Our featured pets this month are Lillian, our terrier pit bull, male, 60 pounds, age 6 years old and 2 months. And we also have Aladdin, a domestic short-hair male, 9 pounds, 4 years old. So if you're interested in these animals, you can call the Nevada SPCA or email them, but there are plenty of other animals available at the Animal Foundation and with our local shelters. So if you would like to get in touch with my office about, well, if you would like to have your Ward 2 business highlighted on our social media, you can contact my office at 702-229-2420 or email us at ward2@lasvegasnevada.gov. You can also use those 2 points of contact if you have any issues in Ward 2. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Bruni, take us home.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. Today, as you know, we had a very emotional ceremony remembering the life of Tyler Ballou and the impactful work of the Abodo Collective. At this time, I would like to ask that we take a moment to remember the young life of Mackenzie Scott. A senior at Arborview High School, she was hit by a drunk driver last Friday as she was heading to lunch, and she later succumbed to her injuries. She was 14 days away from graduating and starting the next chapter of her life. We mourn with her family. And I want our Arborview families to know that we are working actively to identify improved safety measures in this area. Last month, I joined many others to break ground on a new senior development at Marion Bennett Senior Plaza. Our third annual Spring Fling was a great success. Thanks to all the vendors, families, classic car owners, and pet rescues that came out. I'm pleased to say that we even had a few furry friends adopted. Thank you to everyone. Last month, I hosted our small business breakfast. We were joined by representatives from Employee NV, Nevada Department of Business and Industry, the Nevada Small Business Development Center, and Metro's Crime Prevention Specialist. They all shared great information to support our small businesses. We took advantage of our neighbors' love of the dark skies and hosted our first Night Among the Stars stargazing event at Floyd Lamb Park. Sincere thanks and gratitude to the Las Vegas Astronomical Society and their dozen volunteers who came out with their telescopes and allowed over 300 residents to view our beautiful skies and planets. Last week, I was thrilled to join many of my colleagues and participate in the Las Vegas Fire and Rescue Training Day. I have long respected the work of those who serve in the Las Vegas Fire and Rescue Department, but seeing the training firsthand and carrying around some of the heavy equipment really gave me a whole new appreciation for the work they do to protect our community. Thank you for your service. Last week, I was pleased to speak at the Southern Nevada Regional Housing Authority's third annual Affordable Housing Forum. It was great to see the participation of so many new faces in the public and private sector. I was thrilled to recognize the hard work of the students who successfully participated in the Great American Awards. I am proud that Ward 6 has the most number of participants, and I have no doubt that some of those young people will be sitting up here one day. Last weekend, Team Bruni came out early to support the Centennial Hills Kiwanis group, who hosted a 5K superhero run at Floyd Lamb Park. After running the 5K, Team Bruni ran over to Teton Trails Park and joined Get Outdoors Nevada for a park cleanup, where we picked up about 80 pounds of trash. Later, I stopped by the Centennial Hills Library to celebrate the Salute to Service event, where we celebrated our veterans and active military personnel with music, resource tables, and vendors. Looking ahead to future events, for the first event, I'm excited to join my colleague and participate in the Mother's Day Luncheon. The event actually prompted me to go out and buy a hat, so I'm excited to show up and show off, Councilwoman. If you're looking for free family fun or romantic date night here in Vegas, join us this Friday at 7 p.m. at the Centennial Hills Amphitheater, where we will be listening to the Vegas Jazz Orchestra Under the Stars. Bring your blankets, your low-back chairs, and friends. We'll have charcuterie boards and beverage pairings for purchase. It will be a whole experience, so please join us. Later this month, we'll be partnering with the Iron Mountain HOA to host a movie in the park at 5303 Iron Crossing. The movie will be Ratatouille, which is one of my favorites. Finally, mark your calendars. On June 7th, Councilman Alan Polensky and I are partnering to host a Dazzle Prom for individuals 16 and older who have special abilities. We're going to hit the dance floor. The time is 4 to 7. Register today as space is limited. As always, we want to hear from you. Call us at 702-229-5463 or email us at ward6@lasvegasnevada.gov. Thank you and have a safe weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms and grandmas out and aunts out there.
Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And the City Council meeting is now adjourned.